you'll look at the little link that I've got right down below me, this is the easiest way for you, unless you've made a bookmark, to get to the membership website. And when you get there, you're going to want to log in. And that says, by the way, bit./Hangout Mastery with a capital H and a capital M. And that'll get you right to the membership website. You need to be logged in order to get access to the areas that we're about to show. So Michael, if you could just speak for just a moment while I turn on my screen share, that'd be great.
You bet. What we're talking about today is the new directory, or the directory that's on the Hangout Mastery website, so that everyone who is a member can access all of the archived training content. And so we're going to take a look at how you get there from the front door of the Mastery website.
Okay, so we're in. Michael, why don't you guide us as to where we should be looking?
You bet. Now, if you've taken, if you've gone to that link that Ronnie just provided, or if you went ahead and went to mastery.thehangouthelper.com, you should find this page that we're looking at right here. And as a member, you need to log in order to access the training content. There are two ways to get there, but the best one to go to is in the upper right of the screen. Ronnie's actually showing that with his mouse right now. And if you are already logged in, which Ronnie is, you'll see that link that says Member Home. Welcome back, Member Home. Now, just a tip for anyone who wants to know if they're logged in or not. Not only will that provide you a space to log in, but you'll see in the upper right, even further than that, Ronnie, you'll see it says Howdy, Ronnie Bincer. So you know that you are logged in when you see that. Now, Ronnie, if you could, just click on Member Home.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, previously, this took you to a page where there were two main areas to access content. But now we've got this member resources directory, and I'll guide you through each of the sections very quickly. So what we have now is we've organized all of the content, all the Hangout Mastery content, into categories. And you'll see that right here. For example, where Ronnie has his mouse and it says Hangout Fundamentals. This is a training category that we have organized. And under each of these categories, we will show the top or the most recent training that has been categorized into each of these areas. And so this then, if you scroll down just a little bit, Ronnie, you'll see that we have categories like for our monthly member Q&A sessions that we do on the first Wednesday of every month. Here we have the most recent 5 Q&A sessions. Now, what we'll do is, Ronnie, why don't you click on that first one where it says New Member Q&A Session 2014, October 8th. Now you notice that hyperlink that Ronnie clicked on is perfect. It takes him directly to the page that contains this Q&A session, which not only contains the video, but also has a link towards the bottom of this to the any training slides if they were included in that, and then also you can access the discussion that happened during the live event with a link. So Ronnie, if you could scroll up to the top of this page, we've made it easy for you to get back to the resources directory. Now, of course, you can always hit back on your browser, but you'll see in the upper right of this screen where Ronnie's mouse is hovering, we have resources directory main page. So anywhere you are on the Mastery website, you can click there and get right back to the directory, which Ronnie's just done. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Now, you'll also notice that these headers, these bolded blue headers at the top of each section are linked. And so, Ronnie, if you just go right back to that monthly member Q&A sessions, highlight or hover over that training category, you'll see that he can click on that. And if you do that for us, Ronnie, what we'll find is that all of the archived training that's under this category is now accessible. And it lists it in kind of a long directory format where Ronnie can go back as far as anything that's ever been categorized as a member Q&A.
I think they get the idea.
Perfect. All right, let's go back to the directory main page. Now these menu options, they will update every time we post a new training session. For example, Ronnie a few weeks ago did a Hangouts on Air and Events. which type to use and why. And that will be under, for example, event training. And that will automatically update when we have new training. Now, these are training categories. So this is all categorized in what we felt was hopefully easily accessible or understandable categories. Now, if you look over on the right, we're going to navigate to the right-hand side of this screen. And starting from the top down, you'll notice something we should already be familiar with, and that is these two links for the resources directory main page, and then we've provided you with an easy way to get to the FAQ for members. But immediately under that, you'll see most recent training. And regardless of the category, we have the 5 most recent training that has been posted. So if you are, let's say, a new member, or you haven't been to the website for a while, and you just want to get to the latest and greatest, well then you can skip the directory information over on the left and go straight to most recent training, and you'll see everything that Ronnie and the team has done and what we've posted most recently. And just below that, if you hit this drop down, I don't know if it'll show. Unfortunately, it doesn't on the screen share. But if you click on that drop down, then this is yet another way that you can get to all of the postings by category. And then immediately below this, you'll see a subject search. So when all else fails, you can actually just type in what you're looking for. And in this, why don't you type in host, let's just say, or HOA or something like that.
All right, I typed in host.
Great. Well, then this search result got us the HOA host startup checklists, which is great. So this was categorized under hosting, or it was titled host, and so that's why Ronnie found that. So this is just a final way to access the information. You know, in the case of a search, I think you'll just have to hit back on your browser, Ronnie, to get back to the directory.
Okay, or up here in the very top where it says member home, that'll take you to the same place.
Yeah. All right, and then the last thing that I'll mention here is if we, you know, if you're new to the website, or you didn't, or you want to revisit some of this training or get a guide, then you can see it says check out the guide below, right below the title. And if you click on that, Ronnie, that'll just take you to the very bottom of this page. And this essentially is 5 or 6 bullets that explain exactly what we just talked through.
Great.
So that's it. And what we're hoping here is that by organizing the resources directory in this way, that more people will be able to access the training, you know, this archived training in faster and more efficiently.